Hi everyone, my name is Aviad. I'm a senior developer at RPA, and in this video I would like to demo you an attended RPA flow that we have created with RPA Service Manager. What is an attended RPA flow? An attended RPA flow is an automation of a flow that is being triggered by the user itself. It's kind of a virtual assistant to the user to take a task or a group of tasks and do it in a more productive way, in a faster way than just doing it directly with the underlying system. This is as opposed to unattended RPA flow, which are usually automations to background processes, which will be invoked by a scheduler, like will be invoked on specific date or repeatedly on every day or every hour, or being invoked by, for example, an email sent to the system. In our case, this is an RPA flow that is being invoked by the user itself online. And in our example, what we are going to demo is a user that is doing a lot of traveling and wants to report its expenses mileage to the EBS expenses module. So this user has a lot of mileage expense lines. For each day it has a line, and he needs to enter it into the EBS system. Without the RPA flow, what this user will do is will get into the EBS system, will create a new absences report, and then just start to type each line one by one on the expenses module. In our example, what we will provide this user is an RPA flow that will enable him to do it in a much faster and easier way. What we will do is we will provide him a runner. A runner is a one-page application that is generated automatically by our tool with a few simple parameters, and that will invoke the whole RPA flow. What these parameters are: the user will need to put its own credentials. This is why this is an attended RPA flow, because the user actually needs to provide its personal credentials. It will have a mail address to reply to when this process is done, the purpose of this expense report, and then he will be able to upload a CSV file with all the mileage expense line. A CSV file that will look something like that. As you see, it's a very simple table. It has the headers here and then a line for each mileage detail line report. It has a date, justification, distance, and the units for this line. So the user will only need to upload this CSV file, and then he will press the execute button here. This will invoke an RPA process on our Oracle Service Manager, and which will take the CSV file, analyze it, create an expense report on the Oracle EBS system, a new expense report, and then will take line by line from the CSV file and add it to this expense report. And once done, it will submit the report and sends back a confirmation mail with the new report number that has just been created for this user. So this is the RPA flow, this is the plan. Let's see how it looks like when we actually run it. This is the RPA runner. As I explained, this is a very simple one-page application that enables you to invoke the RPA. It has three main parts. The first one is the input parameters for the RPA flow. The second part is the output, the result of the execution for the RPA flow. And then at the bottom we have a few buttons. Let's see what we have for our demo. So the first input parameter that I need to enter here is the email address to get the confirmation mail. So I'll just add here my own email. Then we need to put our credentials to the EBS system. And now we need to add the purpose of this expense report. Let's just put here demo mileage expenses report. And the last thing we need to do is to upload the CSV file with all the mileage expense lines. So I'll just I'll push this button, I'll open the File Explorer select window and select the file, the CSV file with the details, the one that we saw before. That's it. Now all I need to do is just to press the execute button here, and this will upload the file, will analyze it, and create a new expense report for me on the EBS system. Here it is. I got a confirmation message saying that the process was run successfully, and if I look here at the second part of this window, I'll see the result of this invocation. A new expense report was created for me. This is the number W155218. This is the message that returned from the EBS system that this expense report was created and was sent to be approved to the manager. And I also need to get a confirmation mail. So let's get into my mail system. And as you can see, I have here a new mail saying that a new report was created for me. On the subject I have the number of the report, on the body I have the message that was returned from the EBS system. And just to complete this demo of execution, let's see what happened on the EBS system itself. Let's confirm that I've actually created a new expense report in the EBS system. So let's open our EBS system. This is our EBS system. I'll just refresh the homepage of the expenses module, and as you can see here, here's the report that was just created, 218. Let's open it and let's look at the details. Let's put it even side by side with the CSV file, and as you can see here, we have a new report that was created. Here is the purpose of this report as we add it to the input parameter of the RPA runner. And if I scroll down a little bit, we can see here the mileage lines, which are the same and equivalent to the mileage lines that we have here on this CSV file. So that's it. We completed the execution and the creation of the expense report using the simple RPA runner, and with a few clicks we've created a full expense report.